Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. If you haven't gathered from the topic today, or my good 5 good mornings instead of 2, you might notice that I'm in a mood. So, welcome to Rise and Receive, your 10-minute morning send-off designed to support you in receiving what you most want by unlearning struggle. So today we're going to talk about how to invite good fortune when you just need a bleeping break. If you need a break, if you're at your tipping point, at your wit's end, if you're feeling really heavy, tired, burdened, you want a shift of energy, then you've come to the right place. So if you don't know me, my name is Sonia Miller. I'm a speaker, coach, and best-selling author, and I am passionate about teaching people how to receive by unlearning struggle. Because I have learned over my many years as a coach that while some struggle is natural, most of it is learned. And when you can discover the ways that you've learned to struggle unnecessarily, and you begin to unlearn it, then you can start to receive all kinds of good fortune in your life in expected and unexpected ways. So what I do each morning here at Rise and Receive is I pull one card from my brand new Receive card deck, and I let the message, which highlights a receiving principle, illuminate and inspire a message. So I think what I'm going to do is just share a little bit about how this particular card came to be. Like many people, whether it's the election or all kinds of difficult things that are happening in the planet, we feel bad, we get triggered, we feel all kinds of intense emotions. And it just so happened that as my day was winding down last night, I found myself really feeling triggered. I was feeling a lot of sadness. I was feeling triggers. Some old stuff from my life was coming back, and it started to weigh me down. And so I did all kinds of my receiving principles. I practiced what I preach, and I, excuse me, and I did my processes, and I still felt sad and weighed down. And I went to bed. I went to bed feeling sad and weighed down. And I kept nurturing, which is one of the key things that we highlight and talk about in all of the receiving principles. And I woke up feeling sad and weighed down, just heavy. So I did my yoga and I got into my meditation chair, and I'm just starting to do some work. And part of this was also I've been working 12-hour days for a couple weeks now, and all of my work I love, but my self-care time was getting kind of shut out. And we do our best to hold space for ourselves. That's one of the things I'm so passionate about, but that's life. Life just happens like that. We can't always create the space and guard it as we would like. So we find other ways to care for ourselves. Anyway, so I get on my computer and I'm working again. And one of my closest friends calls me up and she goes, "Hey, I'm really cranky." She used other words. All kinds of things happen. Do you have a BMW moment? And I texted her back. I go, what's BMW? Maybe you've heard of this, maybe you haven't, but I found out it's bitch, moan, whine. As soon as I saw that, I'm like, yes. And I had a smile on my face, right? So we talked to each other for 15 minutes. And just by giving myself the space to talk to a friend and have a BMW moment, all of a sudden I was feeling lighter. And I told her, I said, just you inviting me to bitch, moan, and whine with you made me happy. So anyway, we talked for a while and some energy dissipated. And then it was time to pull a card. And I didn't know what was needed. So I spread out the receive cards and I said, okay, how do I invite good fortune? What will serve, the people that show up for today's call? And I pulled out a card that I didn't expect. As a matter of fact, this is one of the things I want to highlight about the power of the receive deck. There is always something for you to receive when you pull a card, even if you think it has nothing to do with what you might be asking for guidance about. So I pulled the card, receive, play. Receive, play. And my first reaction to it was I wanted to just throw it back in the deck. I'm like, are you kidding me? After what I've been processing and feeling and being sad and angry and BMW moments, you want me to play? And with the things, like the election and how everybody that is, waiting for something and, feeling stressed out about the elections in the US. And, I'm an empath, so everything gets magnified for me. I don't just feel my own stuff. I feel like everybody's stuff. You want me to play? So I just took a breath and I'm like, okay, here's the card, just read it. And of course, it was perfect. So this is how you invite good fortune when you just need a bleeping break. Okay? You invite, you give yourself permission to play. So I'm going to read you this card and then I'm going to unpack it a little bit more. All right? My BMW moment was a chance to play because I have a very irreverent sense of humor. For some people, they might get offended. For me, when I'm irreverent, when I watch irreverent comedians, when I have my irreverent moments with my friends, I laugh hysterically. That's my form of play. So we're going to talk about permission to play and suspending judgment about what it is that makes you smile and laugh so that you can tap into the power of receiving play. Okay, so here we go. If you just need a bleeping break, sit back, let these words wash over you, and let it begin the process of helping you to invite good fortune. I'm going to read you the whole card today. Receive play. Do you play? Do you know that play is a valuable and worthy need to be nurtured? It is. And it's an essential key to receiving your fulfillment with ease. Yet if you come to believe that your value and worth are based in what you achieve and how hard you work, you may view play as an indulgence and an unproductive distraction. If life circumstances triggered your survival instinct and taught you to be self-sufficient, you may have learned that the struggle that comes with over-functioning and over-responsibility. You may feel disconnected from your capacity to play. Perhaps you've forgotten how or feel that play is a luxury you don't have. However, valuing and receiving play into your life is vital to unlearning struggle. When you play, you connect with some of the most powerful aspects of yourself. Play, fun, laughter, and joy are incredibly magnetic and attractive to the abundance and kindness of life. Because your consciousness creates your reality, when you play, your inner world relaxes into a supremely easy and powerful place of receiving. You are in the present moment, you feel joy and freedom, there's little to no resistance, you are open, you are receptive to life itself, and the creative inspiration of life flows in you, as you, through you, and all around you. Now here's the part I really want to highlight. You can receive play into your life at any given moment. You have the free will to choose this. And as you become willing to see play as an essential need that allows you to thrive, not merely survive, choosing to make space for play will become easier. I'm going to say that again. As you become willing to see play as an essential need that allows you to thrive, not merely survive, choosing to make space for play will become easier. Whether you need to make a list of things that make you laugh, or activities that feel like play, or you simply need permission and encouragement to do so, practice noticing when you need to play. If nurturing this need feels unfamiliar, pay attention to the feelings in your body. Play is light, struggle is heavy. If you feel dense, slow, heavy, burdened, overworked, or tired, ask yourself, what's the fastest path to a smile, a giggle, or a chortle? Then move in that direction. Give yourself the gift of play and pay attention to what you receive in your life. So that is the Receive Play card. And here is your willingness mantra to take into your day, especially if you need a bleeping break. When you notice that you're just thinking to yourself, I just need a break. I'm just done. I'm cooked. Put a fork in it. I'm done. Notice when you have that thought. And here's your mantra. If you are like, I'm over here in density, I am so far away from play, I don't even want to play, how do I get there? Simply be an invitation. And here's the invitation, the mantra. I am willing to enjoy play under all conditions. Under all conditions. It doesn't matter what's happening in the world. The world is going to keep doing what it's doing. Life is going to keep doing what it's doing. You can still play. You can have these moments, these breaks of lightness, of laughter. It is one of the best things you can do for yourself and the people around you. And believe me, when you are in the energy of play, joy, and laughter, you receive all kinds of new possibilities that help you look at the things that you may need a break from in a different light. If nothing else, you'll just feel lighter in relationship to those things that you need a break from. You can just breathe and get a break, okay? So I am willing to enjoy play under all conditions. And that is your 10-minute morning send-off, so that if you do nothing else, take that with you. Give yourself permission to play. Give yourself permission to laugh. If you need a break, give yourself permission. It's one of the best things you can do. Now, let me give you a little bit more to think about. So the idea that I really want to highlight besides permission, that's number one, permission to play under all conditions, is suspending judgment. Suspending judgment. What feels like play, laughter, and joy to one person will be very different for another person. So if what makes you feel playful is watching videos of animals on YouTube's or babies laughing, which is one of my go-tos, great, all right? If it's a BMW moment, like I was talking about earlier, being sarcastic and irreverent in a safe setting with a friend, and you go from anger and frustration and I just need a break to laughing hysterically because you got a safe place to just talk about the absurdity of life, great, that's play, that's banter, that's venting, okay? That can be playful. So here's my guidelines for productive, safe play, okay? If it does no harm and it makes you smile and laugh, it invites good fortune. It's that simple, all right? So if you have judgment about something that makes you smile and laugh, right? If it does no harm, it invites good fortune. If it makes you laugh and smile, it invites good fortune, because laughter itself, play itself, releases resistance. It's the resistance that we need a break from. It bogs us down, it weighs us down. And when there is resistance, the space in which you receive is filled up with the density, with the problem, with the struggle. When you find a way to play, it does. It's like the fast path to releasing. The space opens up and things can just flood in. If nothing else, you feel peace, relief, and watch what shows up in your life. I have a little side note. I just remembered this too. After my BMW session with my good friend, where I found myself laughing and relieved, I closed out my phone. Bink, there was a sale. Somebody else signed up for my 30-day challenge. Just like that. That's how receiving happens. It was so funny. And I see this happen all the time. When you release resistance, all of a sudden the space opens up and whoop, there comes the kindness of life offering something new. So it can be that easy. I invite you, I even challenge you today to find a way to give yourself permission and play the fastest path. Remember, what's the fastest path to a smile, a giggle, or a chortle? Follow that. Follow that and see what happens. So I hope this was helpful, especially if you felt like you needed a bleep and break today. If you liked it, please like, please share. It helps me reach the people that I'm here to serve. If you're on YouTube, please hit the red subscribe button. You'll be notified every time I release a new video. And if you're liking these Rise and Receives and want an opportunity to explore how you can make space to receive in your life every day for 30 days for 15 minutes with a micro teaching that I send you via video, email, I invite you to join me in the 30-day challenge. Start receiving now. Go to receivechallenge.com. All the details are there. It's a great opportunity to do just what the title is. Start receiving now. Receiving unconditionally. Not when a certain condition is fulfilled, not after something happens, not after you've waited long enough. You get to tap into receiving right now, unconditionally, through the power of claiming and caring for receiving space in your life 15 minutes a day. Have a great day. I'll see you at the next Rise and Receive. Bye, everybody.